Hi and good morning, Satish this side. Today's topic is about why should founders constantly invest in learning, right? Let me give you a backstory of my startup. So while my startup was going, uh, especially into the second and third year of it, I spent a lot of time in streamlining the operations of my company, right? So majority of my time was going into the day-to-day tasks of the company. It's important that while you're scaling, you have a lot of learning in itself, right? Because you're creating the processes and you're trying to make sure that you keep up with the scale. So that itself is an incredibly hard journey. But what actually happens is when founders do not take out time to learn and do not allocate the time to think about their company, the growth of the company, and the direction of the company, you don't seem to get growth results because you're not actively spending time on learning things. Whatever you knew till now is what you are as on date, right? If you want to be a new person, if you want to be more successful, you need a new vehicle or you need a new growth phase, right? For that, you need to be a different person. So how do you be that new person? How do you implement that thing in your schedule? So one of the thing that consciously that founder could plan is make sure that you have at least two work blocks in a week. That's roughly 4 to 5 hours in a week, only for thinking about the direction of the company, right? So how do you make sure that you're growing in the right direction? So in that time, you would not be doing your operational tasks, which is like running the company or managing the company. What you would be thinking is only about growth, right? It's not just about thinking sessions, right? For example, you wanted to explore a new growth channel, that is you wanted to grow your product via influencers, or you wanted to increase your brand reputation via influencers. That's a goal you have set, right? That's a part of your macro plan, right? So in order to think about it, in order to study about it, get the case studies about it, where are you spending time? It doesn't happen. So most founders do this mistake, right? So they think they can go and do this in the meeting, probably discuss it with their subordinates, ask them to do a research on it, and get stuff done. But until you do that study and visualize that how it's going to work, it generally doesn't pan out so well, right? So it's very very important that you find out these two blocks in your calendar. Typically it's better that you allocate them in the first half, and on whichever days you are free operationally, you could find that time and ensure that nobody disturbs you during that time, right? And make sure you're studying something so that you are the new founder, right? Let's say you are a founder who does a revenue of a lakh a day today. How do you be a founder who makes your company grow to the next level, probably 3 to 4 lakhs a day? So for that, you need new skills, you need to be a new person. So you need to be investing in yourself, surrounding yourself with people who are already achieved where you want to be. That's one thing that you should do, right? Meeting them and trying to learn from them, that's the best way of learning. Studying case studies of companies are already people who have achieved that, are doing courses online that you can get, that can help you get there, getting a mentor that can help you get there. So these are 3 to 4 ways of achieving that. And last but not the least, in fact very very important, is reading books and literature that would take you there. So always constantly keep reading those things in social media, not just fun articles. And most people think reading is my out of work block, right? Like you go out of work and then you go home and then I'll take some peaceful time and then I'll take a book and read about my business growth. But that doesn't happen like that. You have to allocate time for reading in your work time itself. And especially reading business books or business courses in your work time is not product, not killing time. You're not enjoying, you're not chilling out, right? You are basically trying to grow yourself, you're trying to grow your company. So I would strongly recommend to do that if you're not doing on today's date. So that way you become a better person at running your company. You get that growth mindset, you get that vision to grow your company to the next level, right? So that's the tip for today. And hopefully this helps you in moving you from your current state to the new state where you would want to reach.